Good evening, friends, and welcome to yet another very interesting session of Candid Meena. And as we know that Empuraan, the Malayalam film, has raked in a huge controversy over the past few days and weeks, and rightfully so. And now we have the latest information regarding Empuraan, and this is a huge news that one of the producers of Empuraan film, Gopalan, his offices had just have been raided by the enforcement directorate, and his the enforcement directorate has conducted searches at multiple offices of businessman Gopalan, one of the producers of Empuraan. And so we'll be discussing about this, and also the fact that the fact that the Waqf bill has been passed, and which is a very good thing. And Salman Khan's film Sikandar has just it has just bombed at the box office. It's one of the biggest flops, like we have discussed earlier. And also now Bollywood is does not know where to go from here. So we'll be discussing about this and a lot more other things in today's session. So welcome Lina, welcome Meera, welcome Manjeet. So yes.
Yeah. Good evening, friends. Welcome to tonight's session. Nice to see all of you. And as you know, it seems that social media is now taking the forefront in what's happening in India. And now it's very obvious because today, as you know, this man's offices were raided. We're talking about ED raids Empuraan distributor Gopalan's office amidst controversy. He's also one of the producers. The other producer is Mohanlal's driver, who has changed to a producer, and their production house is called Ashirwad. So now I suppose that after this Gopalan's offices are raided, now they're so I will tell you more about the news after Jaidev gives you some other information. Ashirwad and also Prithviraj Sukumaran and his wife will also be friends, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah. So so it's going to be like from Gopalan to you're talking about Ashirwad, and then you're talking about Prithviraj Sukumaran. So Jagdish, you have come. I don't know whether you caught the bus or you caught the train to follow us on our channel. You say you're still on it. My God, you're still after him. Give him a break, then you may get more news. Maybe breaking news. I am giving you breaking news. But if you're not interested, please surf different channels and find out what you like, Jagdish. I am not forcing you to watch me. I have my group of viewers who watch me. So do not tell me what to do. Okay? Go and do what you want in some other channel. Fine? Yeah. Right. Now, Jaidev, I'll allow you to give the other news, and then we will go to this breaking news about Empuraan.
Yeah, so coming to the latest news, friends, and as all of you know, this was predicted long before because, Empuraan.
No, perhaps you should just talk about Salman Khan's, and then I'll go on to Empuraan because I'm just waiting for more people to join us.
Okay, so
Yeah.
friends, Salman Khan's film Sikandar has flopped very big time, and now the latest news with regards to Salman Khan's film is that Bollywood, no person in Bollywood has supported his film, or they are not. They are talking about his film, and Rashmika Mandana has acted in this particular film. And now you can see that the latest is with regards to Sajid Nadiawala's wife, right? And the latest is Sajid Nadiawala's wife, Varda Khan. She was found in an online debate with one of the so-called fans of Salman Khan after Sikandar failed to perform as expected in the box office. And Varda took to X to defend the film, but the situation quickly spiraled into a war of words. And Varda, who was actively sharing positive reviews about Sikandar, faced backlash from Salman Khan loyalists accusing the producers of mishandling the film. One fan angrily commented, have some shame, or would you have not stop until you destroy his career? Another tag, Varda questioning, how can you be so shameless? And Varda snapped at the troll who called her a Jahil Aurat. So replying sarcastically, get well soon. So Vada has since deleted most of her fiery responses, and so these fans, the so-called fans, are now blaming the producers, the directors, and each and every one of his Salman Khan's poor performance. And this is quite hilarious that people, the PR, the whole of all these people, they have a hard time defending his acting and everything, right? Because we see that in many of his songs in Sikandar, his face has just been pasted on a person who
The
has been
body.
dead,
Yes.
on the
And
body.
that's why he looks slim, you see. And that's why. But despite that, he can't dance. You see, they're showing somebody else's legs, so it's not him dancing. And half the time he's lying down and people are pulling him as he dances. It's just to show an Arabic or Turkish dance, but he looks like as though he's sleeping and people are just dragging him. That's how stupid he is. And people are saying that whenever Salman Khan cries, they feel like laughing, and whenever he laughs, they feel like crying. So that's how bad his performance is. And if you look at Sajid Nadiadwala, who is his best friend and the person who's produced it, you know very well that this man has done more Botox than even Mohanlal. Okay, now he's looking like a 5-year-old kid in the photograph that you showed, Jade. If you can show it again, I don't know what all he has done to his face, and whether he himself has put his face on another body is my question now. Okay, yeah, back to you.
Yeah, so the problem with Salman Khan is he is not in touch with reality, right? He still thinks that this position of being the dawn of Bollywood is eternal. Right now, his age has caught up with him, and he does not know that the public who used to watch his films, and make it a hit a very long time ago, he still thinks that public will watch any shit he makes, right? And he does the same acting in each and every film. And for each and every expression, he gives the same expression, the same constipated face, and all those things, right? Where be it any situation, and he thinks that people will go and watch the same shit again and again. When people have become so intelligent and people are no longer fools, and they have a
That's
variety
what,
of
yeah, and
quality
that's what,
content.
yeah, that's what Meera is saying exactly. She says these directors think the audience is stupid and will blindly support these ridiculous films. No, we are not blind. And Milburn says, I heard Salman Khan wears a body mask and really
Yes.
doesn't have any abs. So we know what's happening because everything in
Not
Bollywood is
only
bad.
Salman, it is SRK also wears a bodysuit for his film Jawan. So all these, Khans, Amir Khan has retired, and he is intelligent in retiring. But these two Khans, they somehow still want to act with young girls and actresses, and that's the main reason. They want to rule the roost. They think that they can rule the roost for a long time, and because of that, there's no young, outside talent of Bollywood, and Bollywood has gone down the dumps, and this is how things are being played.
Yeah. So moving on to Empuraan. Now let's go on to Empuraan and what's happening. So friends, it's very clear now that the mainstream media has become eclipsed by social media. And we're talking about YouTubers, we're talking about people on Twitter, we're talking about people on Facebook. We are the voices that are being heard and being listened to, and not only listened to, being acted upon. Today, all the offices of Gokulam Gopalan, who of Chit Funds, who produced, he's one of the producers of Empuraan, has been raided by the ED. Now, see, they have raided his offices not only in Tamil Nadu but also in Kerala. Who is Gokulam Gopalan? He is the producer, one of the producers of the highly controversial movie Empuraan, and there are also questions about whether he is in any way connected to the LTT outfit, that is a terrorist outfit of Sri Lankan Tamil militant group, in Sri Lanka. So, is there something happening there as well? So, what has happened is the Enforcement Directorate conducted a raid at the offices of prominent businessman and film producer Gokulam Gopalan, who's more known for his hotels all around and his chit funds. Now, the search operations took place at Kodambakkam, Chennai, and also as well as in Kerala. According to sources, the raid was carried out by the ED team from Kerala. Through further details about the investigation remain undisclosed. But everybody knows that Gokulam Gopalan, known for his involvement in the Malayalam film industry, is one of the producers. Now, he is also he's been having a dispute with Laika Productions, which Gopalan helped to resolve. He also publicly mentioned in interviews that he had requested the removal of certain scenes, but it was not that he requested. The center wanted all these cuts to be made, more than 20 cuts. While authorities have confirmed whether the raid is related to his business dealings or his role in the film production, the operation has drawn considerable attention due to the ongoing discussions. Now, one more very, very important thing, friends, is that this is the same man holding hands of Mohanlal and Prithviraj Sukumaran. We're talking about Gopal. Okay. Now, so another very, very important point, friends, is that this is the other producer who was earlier Mohanlal's driver, Anthony Perambavur, and now he is a producer who thinks he's such a loud mouth man. He thinks that everybody has to listen to him, and he is the Prime Minister of India. So that is the kind of impression that he gives people, but he doesn't know that hardly anyone even notices him. He's just as small as a fly. Now, according to reports, has Empuraan actually grossed 200 crores? Is the question. Have there been prominent claims about this, perhaps involving Mohanlal? And how credible are these figures compared to alleged box office inflation for movies such as Jawan and Pathan? Is this all a game, is what I'm asking. Okay, so we will go on to this point and we'll investigate what's happening here. So let's just go on to that. So the controversy is that are these rupees 200 crores or are they fabricated numbers? So let's go to this. The much hyped box office success of Empuraan, starring Mohanlal and directed by Prithviraj, has come under scrutiny because of social media. And while the mainstream media has taken all the money from Empuraan, to advertise them and to give them good PR, and sort of fawn all over them and tell them that they are the greatest actors and producers, in India. So it is with this that we in the social media are exposing everything that is wrong. So according to reports in the media, Empuraan openly strongly with rupees 20 crores on day one, they said, but everybody knows collections dropped by nearly 50% on day two. The film managed rupees 85 crore net in its first week, far from the 200 crores they are talking about and they are showing up off about. And we're not talking about just anybody who's showing off. We're talking about Mohanlal and Prithviraj doing it on a daily basis, as if social media has become their life, lifeline. Every day, this much crores, this much crores. Mohanlal ji, we are all checking, right? We want to know what is the truth. So kindly do not think that social media can, brainwash people. Now, furthermore, now these are all sources that are coming from, authentic sources, saying that furthermore, according to reports, the film's overseas collection is estimated at rupees 122 crores, but there is no clear breakdown of earnings from each country. Now, see how dicey it is. Box office analysts argue that such numbers are suspicious as Malayalam films rarely achieve such high overseas figures within a week. So now, is the superstar Mohanlal and Prithviraj and his director, or rather his producer, Anthony Permavur, all talking nonsense? Or is it the truth? Now, in 2023, Leica Productions office were raided by 16 times by the Enforcement Directorate due to alleged offshore financial transactions linked to Portugal. Some of the questions that need to be now answered. Now, when I talk to you about Leica, the links of Leica are with the militant group, the Tamilian LTT group in Sri Lanka. So, has this Gokulan Gopalan got links with them? Now, the questions that we need to ask is that is the film industry, now we have watched this in not only in Malayalam, but we are also watching it in Bollywood. So, is the film industry being used for money laundering? This is the first question that they need to answer. And I hope that the Prime Minister and Amit Shah take this very, very seriously and don't make it a wishy-washy thing that every time they're raided, the news gets, hidden or forgotten. So, is the film industry being used for money laundering? Overseas collections are often inflated and financial records remain undisclosed. Friends, this is very important. Many people are saying the theaters are empty. So, how come Mohanlal and Prithviraj are you saying that it is going above 200 crores? We want to know the truth. We are the public, and we are very clear about what is happening in the movie scene, especially in the Indian film scene, whether it's Bollywood, Tollywood, or Mollywood. So we know that theaters may not be full, but you are saying that you are making crores and crores. Now, the next question is that if a film's budget is inflated, it reduces taxable profit and facilitates money laundering. Very important, friends. This is the reason why they are doing this. Okay? And Milburn says, I agree, money laundering 100%. Entire Empuraan team has to be investigated. No one is above the law, is what Sukumaran is saying. Now, the next question is, why is there no clear documentation of foreign earnings? Why is this all such a, what do you call a mirage that we can't, decipher? Is the film industry just a business, or is it also a financial cover up? Now, many industry insiders believe, many industry, people, they believe, just a second, friend. So many industry insiders believe that the rupees 200 crore claim is a deliberate marketing strategy to boost audience interest. And this is what Mohanlal, Prithviraj Sukumaran are daily. I don't think they're sitting anywhere else. They're sitting on Twitter, Facebook, and just typing. Okay, or they have their, their chamchas doing it. Anyway, inflating box office numbers is a common tactic that is used in the Indian film industry to create artificial hype. This was said by a trade analyst speaking to Mint. Now, if the film truly earned rupees 200 crores, why haven't they released the audited figures? This is something that Amit Shah's office should be checking. Why have they not released the audited figures? Now, financial experts also point out that exaggerated earnings could be a way to manipulate investor confidence. Some even suspect that such claims may be linked to money laundering, as past investigations into the film industry have revealed offshore fund movements. With the controversy intensifying, critics are demanding greater transparency in box office reporting. Some industry experts suggest an independent auditing system, okay, to verify collections and prevent misleading claims. Now, if you move on to, friends, if you're going on to Gokulam Gopalan, so let's just look at what is his connection with the Leica team. Now, Gokulam Gopalan's financial ties with Leica Productions and Subhaskaran Ali Raja are under ED scrutiny. Reports suggest that Leica backed out after a financial settlement with Gokulam. Additionally, ED officials are examining records from Gokulam Chit Fund, a financial firm owned by Gopalan. Both Gokulam Chit Fund and Leica Productions have their GST registrations in Tamil Nadu, and they've even given the numbers. So, see, everything is being done very, very clearly. As the investigation progresses, authorities are expected to release further details regarding the financial transactions under examinations. Earlier today, searches were carried out at Group's establishments in Chennai, Kozhikode, and Cochin as part of an ongoing investigation. A team led by ED Deputy Director Rajesh Nair executed the operation with officials from the Cochin unit also participating. One of the key locations under scrutiny was a chit fund establishment in Kodambakkam, Chennai, which reportedly falls under the financial network of Gokulam Gopalan. The ED's investigation is believed to be linked to alleged irregularities in financial transactions related to chit fund operations. Now, the ED is questioning industrialist and film producer of the controversial movie Empuraan, Gokulam Gopalan, at his residence in Vadakara, Kerala, regarding a significant investment he made recently. Simultaneously, ED officials are conducting searches at Gopalan's financial institutions in Kozhikode and Chennai's Kodambakkam area. The probe has sparked suspicions about the funding of Empuraan, a highly, promoted movie by the whole team. Now, as you know, Empuraan was backed by the Nika Productions, a company founded in 2014 by British citizen and Sri Lankan born Subhaskaran Ali Raja. Allegations have linked Laika Productions to the banned Sri Lankan Tamil militant group LTT and jihadi organizations abroad. However, the company withdrew from Empuraan and Gokulam Gopalan took over its production. Now, Empuraan, though the cuts have been made, continues to be an anti-Hindu, anti-Christian, anti-national movie. And this movie is influencing the Kerala's young people. Already, these people are vulnerable to drugs and anarchic cinema. You remember the Kerala Kitchen? You remember the Tamil movie Annapurna or something, where there is the theme of love jihad, and where this girl eats beef, a girl who's a Brahmin girl. So it's all geared towards hatred towards Hindus, hatred towards Christians, and hatred towards India, and now also hatred towards our leaders, Narendra Modi and Amit Shah. So they are sowing seeds of division in the society, and these are all symbols. Whatever symbols they're showing in the movie are anti-India. So this is something, friends, that is very, very disturbing. And as you know, even the box office numbers are being fudged, is what we all feel. Yes. So Jaidev, let's just go on and take some comments which are coming in. Milburn said, yes, ma'am, BHP, BGP so soft on Pinarayi Vijayan. In fact, he and his whole family is involved in the gold smuggling case. Nothing has come out after that. Right. And let's take Milburn's. Milburn says 1% has 90% of the money, and these are the pimps who work for them. Well said. And Balram says Mohanlal is a traitor of this country. And Lata says, please remember Amir Khan films that did not do well in India. That film earns in crores in China. Very well said, Leena. You've really hit the nail. And Lata says Prithvi Raj has purchased a flat in Pali Hill for 30, maybe I think it's around 30 or 40 crores. He's having hotels in Qatar. And his mother is speaking now all sorts of nonsense, saying that people are bullying her little son. And his wife is also saying that everybody else is a Sangi or an idiot. So which means very clearly, Prithviraj cannot fight his battle all alone. He has taken all the women in his family to stand in front like armor. Because this man is such a coward, he has put his mother, his old mother in front, and he's put his wife in front to fight his battles. Prithviraj come out and start talking the truth. How much did the movie earn? This is what we want. And we wanted audited figures. Please don't give us any bullshit numbers that you're giving us on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, or whatever. So this applies to Mohanlal also. Don't give us any numbers. We are not fools. India is a nation of intelligent people, and all Indians settled all over the world know that you are just speaking lies. And on top of that, they keep promoting. In each, if you just keep looking at their Twitter, it's hilarious. It's just like Shah Rukh Khan is pushing Aryan Khan. Now Mohanlal is trying his best to push his son. Now his son has come in an earlier movie. Now he doesn't have the looks nor the talent. Okay, he's a loser, just like Ananya Pandey. Okay, now he's not only pushing his son, he's also pushing his driver come producer, Anthony Perumbavoor, and saying that he is coming in this role and showing him sitting with a cigar and all that. It's all, see, you feel like laughing. It's like Salman Khan, dancing when he can't dance. And every time you see Salman Khan, he's got a pot belly. But in his movie, he's seen as a very slim 17-year-old man. So this is the kind of bullshit that these films are promoting, and it's high time that the government started asking and for audited numbers and making sure that these people cannot do money laundering in the garb of box office, lies that they say, because the theaters are empty. There's nobody to watch you, Mr. Mohanlal. There's nobody to watch you, Prithviraj Subramanian. So, however you put your father, your mother, your daughter, your wife in front, nothing is going to happen. This is not a war. You cannot speak anything against India. You cannot speak anything against Hindus. You cannot speak anything against Christians, because we live in a nation peacefully. If you want to create riots, you need to go to some other country. This is 100%. Please leave this country, take some passport. If you need to go to Pakistan, which is the best place for you, please go. Yeah, back to you then.
Yeah, speaking of nepotism, again, you have the godfather of nepotism, Karan Johar. And Karan Johar has realized that there's no point of promoting Ibrahim Khan and this Sri Devi's daughter Kushi Kapoor's film, on which released on Netflix, because it was so bad that it made even Ananya Pandey look like a seasoned actress. So now the latest is that he is going to make a film with Karthik Aryan, and it's a romantic comedy which will release in December. And the actress is Ananya Pandey, who will be cast in this particular film. So the funny thing is, even though he has sold his 50% stake in his Dharma Productions, and that the Poonawalla has invested 1,000 crores in his company, he has no intention of making any sort of profit or anything. He just wants to churn out, films left and right with all these nepotistic kids, and he doesn't care if it does well or does anything at all at the box office. He will sell, these films to Netflix and Amazon for some money, and it's clearly that there's some other intention behind these films, like the way Mohanlal's Empuraan and. So the ED and each and every income tax has to, keep these film this thing in scanner for money laundering and all those cases, right? When you have so many regulations as far as the common man is concerned for businesses in India, like GST, and you have to file each and every month, and or the frequency is more if you have a turnover of more than 30-40 lakhs per annum. Then why these film businesses are not regulated, or they are not audited, and they should be kept under very close watch, right?
Absolutely.
Why is this not being implemented on these film producers and directors? Because do they have because is it because politicians also get a cut of this money? This is a very likely reason, isn't it? So BJP, they have to put these new rules in the next budget, whether it is making films. So that is very important. In the next budget, at least we
So,
should see
Jaideep,
it.
yeah. So, Jaideep, these questions are very important. Is the film industry being used for money laundering? Okay, because they're buying houses that have crores of money, crores of rupees. Then also these overseas collections are often inflated, and our foreign friends tell us that, see, the theaters are empty and financial records remain undisclosed. So if a film's budget is inflated, it reduces the taxable profit and facilitates money laundering. Why is there no documentation of foreign earnings? Is the film industry just a business, or is it a cover up for financial fraud? These are the questions we are asking the government.
Also, one more point I would like to raise is that this guy, if you recognize his face. He's from the Tamil film industry, and his name is S. Shankar, and he's a film director and producer in Tamil Nadu. And the ED had attached three properties worth 10 crore rupees for owned by this person S. Shankar under the Stringent Prevention of Money Laundering Act in connection with a complaint that the accused him of plagiarism in the Rajnikant Tara 2010 film Endiran. So now the financial agency was acting on the complaint filed by an individual named Arur Tamil Nadan, who alleged that the storyline was copied from a story. So in this case, it is plagiarism, but they attached three properties worth 10 crore rupees under Money Laundering Act. So some action was taken in the Tamil Nadu film industry, but let's see if in the Malayalam film industry any action is being taken after the offices were raided in Gokulam Gopalan's case. Yes. Corporate booking of the shows that the theaters are made to convert black money into white. It needs to be checked and monitored. Yes, Mohanji.
Yeah. Rainit says, Minaji, the movie honestly is performing exceptionally well across the GCC in its uncut version. Notably, the name Baba Bajrang remains unchanged. It is because people like Prasun Joshi don't do a damn, to correct these things or to follow up like police. They need to monitor all these things, but he is not bothered because he is an urban Naxalite who has been pushing this agenda for a long time. And moreover, let me also tell you, Rainit, that many of our viewers have sent us images of empty theaters. Now we want to know, why are the theaters empty and why are these people telling us that they are grossing over 200 crores? So who is lying? Right? The theaters are lying, these empty theaters are lying, or is it Mohanlal and Prithviraj and some of these their chamchas, who are lying? We want to know the truth. Okay, we are taking more comments from him. Additionally, Mohanlal's son is no longer interested in pursuing a career in the film. He is currently engaged in farming in the countryside of Spain, and Mohanlal is not promoting him. Well, Rainit, you're terribly wrong, because if you look at his Twitter and Mohanlal's Twitter handle, he is pushing his son exactly like SRK is pushing Aryan Khan. Okay, like Chunky Pandey is pushing Ananya Pandey. Okay, like all these fathers and mothers are pushing their Nepo kids. So let us not go wrong there. Okay, we are not accepting what you are saying. Okay, maybe he's going for farming or he's going for flying or whatever. Then why is his father promoting him on Twitter? Okay, because that guy can't act for nuts. He's worse than Alia Bhatt. Okay, looks like the Lucifer worshippers have created a massive army and we have sent them into full panic mode. I feel worse is to come from these sold souls. Now, friends, also Milburn, what I want to tell you and the others is that what do they have against Sanatana Dharma or Christianity that makes them attack these two religions? Okay, what did Jesus Christ do to them, or what did our religion do to them that they are so upset? Everybody knows what ISIS stands for. Is Prithviraj actually endorsing ISIS? ISIS are the people who gang raped, killed all these Yazidi women and children. Okay, and they made
So yeah,
man move away.
yeah. So it is quite clear that you have foreign agencies, the deep state involved in these films. The thing is that they want to break India by making such films, and how do they attack Hinduism, which is very very strongly rooted.
Yeah.
So this is
Rishi
how
says,
they yeah.
yeah, Rishi says Empuraan should thoroughly be investigated. Those behind curtains pulling strings should be brought to light. Heavy fine should be imposed over this movie for the damages it has done. And Rainit comes back with another version now. He says, please talk about mass conversion happening. We are talking about something. Kindly do not try to divert us. If you're here on behalf of the Empuraan team, please go and serve some other channel, is what I'm saying. Okay. Now, Miacha says, Suresh Gopi's reaction on this. No, he has also, maligned it. Like they have this wishy-washy way of talking about things. So I don't think he's for it, but he's also not, speaking vehemently against it. Yes, Milburn, they hate God. They want Lucifer, and as we told you, whatever symbols, even Mohanlal's car has the number 666, which is Satan's number. Okay. They also showed you images of the church, exploding and the cross turning and becoming an L, okay, which stands for Lucifer. So what they're trying to tell you is that Satan has returned, and accept Satan because Satan has become your hero. And this is the agenda of an international gang who are paying them heavily. So it seems that this whole team are so greedy for money, they will sacrifice their soul, they will sacrifice the country, they will sacrifice their parents if they have to. This is how bad it is. So, with this, we end this session. We'll have another session tomorrow. And please understand, friends, like Jagdish said, that see, are we still on it? We are still giving you the truth. It is an ongoing story. People will be raided, people will be exposed. So, if you want to watch this and the reality of what's happening, please watch our channels. If you do not want to watch, if you want wishy-washy, fabricated stories, go to other channels, which are mainstream channels, and follow what they say. All the movies should be audited independently and published, says Arvind. And Mohan says Bollywood portrays Hindus as Havaski Pujari or Tilkadhari Gunda. They never portray Havas ka Maulana or Jalidar Topiwala Gunda. Ban this movie, says Lakshmi. Immediately. Yes, absolutely. There is so much of anger in social media. They think that Hindus can be taken for a ride. They think Christians can be taken for a ride. But this is not going to happen anymore. And the government has to take strict actions. And this Prasoon Joshi should be the first one to be sacked because, as someone said, movies are going without cuts. Then it is the mistake of the censor board. And if the censor board thinks that they can do whatever they want and they are God, then the whole team should be changed. And Milburn says, love you, Meena. Thank you for your videos. Thank you, Milburn, for always supporting us. And Rakesh says, hit the like button. Very nice. And Datta says, very correct. You said it. And Miacha says, Muslims in Iraq equate Malik Taus of Yezdis with Liblis. Yes, with Lucifer. It's actually the opposite. The poor people, the poor people who are, actually Hindus. So it's sad. So with this, we end the session. Good night, Jai Hind, and Jai Shri Ram.
Yes, sir.